drivers weaving through highways at insane speeds, missing crashes by milliseconds. This isn't just reckless driving, it's a whole underground scene called swimming, and names like Squeeze Benz and Where's 981 have become legends in it. Reason number 1, the chase that can't happen. The biggest reason they get away has nothing to do with speed and everything to do with a single frustrating rule that handcuffs every cop on the road. New York's pursuit policies basically give swimmers a free pass. High-speed chases are banned for traffic violations because too many innocent people die when multiple cars hit 100+ miles per hour in traffic, and pit maneuvers are only authorized for violent felonies. This means when Squeeze Benz spots patrol lights in his rearview mirror, he knows exactly what happens next. The officer has to watch him disappear at 130 miles per hour while following department protocol. It's like playing tag where one person isn't allowed to run. These policies exist for good reason. Between 1996 and 2015, over 7,000 people died in police pursuits nationwide, with 1/3 being innocent bystanders. When departments implemented restrictive pursuit policies, fatality rates dropped by up to 70%. But swimmers study these rules like military strategy. They know the exact line between safe to run and they'll chase no matter what. The psychological impact on officers is significant. Imagine being a patrol cop who spots someone clearly breaking multiple traffic laws, endangering dozens of innocent drivers, and knowing pursuit is prohibited by department policy. This creates a sense of helplessness that swimmers exploit ruthlessly. Squeeze Benz demonstrated this perfectly in his most brazen stunts by doing donuts around police cruisers in Times Square, knowing officers couldn't pursue him through crowded streets. His videos show him literally taunting cops who are powerless to respond due to policy restrictions. Yet even with that free pass, they'd still get caught if it weren't for their secret weapon, a live map of every police officer in the city. Reason number 2, technology that actually works. While cops rely on outdated radio systems, swimmers have created a surveillance network that would make intelligence agencies jealous. Police scanner apps show them every patrol car deployment. Waze gives real-time police locations updated by thousands of drivers. Private Discord servers where swimmers share live enforcement updates across the city. Squeeze Benz could see exactly where every cop car was positioned before he even started his engine. It's like having cheat codes for the real world. But here's the crazy part. They're using existing technology against law enforcement. Those traffic cameras designed to catch red light runners are completely useless at 115 miles per hour. Motion blur makes license plates unreadable, and by the time operators spot suspicious activity on their screens, swimmers are already 10 miles away. Modern smartphones give swimmers capabilities that didn't exist even 5 years ago. Real-time traffic data helps them avoid congested areas where they'd be forced to slow down. Weather apps let them plan runs during optimal visibility conditions. Even social media algorithms work in their favor because the more engagement their videos get, the more platforms promote similar content, creating a cycle that encourages more dangerous behavior. Police departments, meanwhile, often operate with equipment that's years or even decades old. Radio systems that can't handle encrypted communications, computer systems that take minutes to process license plate checks, cameras with resolution so poor they can't identify vehicles in optimal conditions, let alone at extreme speeds. The crowdsourcing aspect is particularly problematic for law enforcement. When thousands of regular drivers unknowingly help swimmers by reporting police locations on Waze, it creates an intelligence network that no police department can match. Every marked patrol car becomes a known quantity. Every speed trap gets reported within minutes. Every roadblock gets shared instantly across multiple platforms. But seeing every cop is one thing. Beating the thousands of cameras that track the rest of us? For that, they use tricks so simple it's genius. Reason number 3, master-level deception. Ghost plates are just the beginning. These aren't random fake numbers, but real plates from vehicles that were scrapped years ago. When cameras capture 4729XBK, the system shows a 2005 Honda that was crushed in Jersey. Investigation dead end. Some swimmers use digital plate flippers with 3 different numbers at the push of a button. One doesn't exist, one belongs to a scrapped car, one traces to someone in Buffalo who doesn't drive. Add face masks, voice modulators, and clothing that changes their apparent body shape, and these drivers become basically invisible to identification systems. It's not just avoiding cameras, but beating the entire digital infrastructure designed to track people. Vehicle identification goes beyond just license plates. Modern swimmers change multiple identifying features by removing or altering distinctive aftermarket modifications, using magnetic decals that can be quickly applied or removed, even carrying spare body panels for quick swaps. Squeeze Benz was known to completely transform his vehicle's appearance in under 10 minutes, changing it from a sleek performance car to what appeared to be a standard sedan. The digital anonymity extends to financial transactions. Swimmers use prepaid credit cards purchased with cash, cryptocurrency for equipment purchases, and complex money laundering schemes to pay for vehicle modifications and legal fees. Some maintain multiple bank accounts under different identities, making it nearly impossible to trace the financial paper trail that usually helps investigators build cases. Now, even with ghost plates, a high-speed chase should be a dead end. So how do they vanish in seconds? Reason number 4, the Vanishing Act. Squeeze Benz didn't just drive fast, he also disappeared like a magician. His escape tactics were so refined that even when police knew approximately where he was, actually catching him proved nearly impossible. The preparation that goes into these escape routes is military-level planning. Swimmers don't just know the roads, but understand traffic light timing patterns, which intersections have longer cycle times that could trap them, and have identified construction schedules that might block escape routes months in advance. Safe houses are strategically positioned throughout the city, not just places to hide vehicles, but locations where swimmers can lay low when law enforcement pressure intensifies. These might be friends' garages, rented storage facilities, or even legitimate businesses where swimmers have established relationships with owners who ask no questions. The vehicle swap technique has evolved into a sophisticated operation. Multiple swimmers might coordinate swaps, creating a shell game that makes tracking impossible. Squeeze Benz might start a run in his BMW, swap to a Honda halfway through, then finish in a Toyota that belonged to a completely different person with no connection to the swimming scene. Squeeze Benz's operation was particularly sophisticated because investigators discovered he had been using multiple vehicles, including a gray BMW X7 that was linked to various crimes across New Jersey. His ability to coordinate between different vehicles and locations made tracking his movements extremely difficult for law enforcement. To pull off these insane escapes, you can't just use any car. Swimmers use vehicles that are practically engineered to be uncatchable. Reason number 5, the perfect cars for running. These aren't random sports cars. Swimmers choose vehicles specifically for urban evasion. The BMW M Series dominates because of acceleration profiles and handling in tight spaces. A stock M4 pushes 600 plus horsepower with professional-grade suspension. Compare that to patrol cars with maybe 300 horsepower and standard equipment designed for general duty, not high-speed pursuits. It's like trying to catch a Formula One car with a family sedan. But swimmers don't stop at stock performance, engine tuning for instant throttle response, suspension upgrades for violent direction changes, weight reduction for improved agility. These machines are purpose-built for one thing: being impossible to catch. The skill gap is just as important. Squeeze Benz claimed to have been driving since age 12, calling himself a professional driver. Hundreds of hours practicing these exact roads at these exact speeds. Vehicle selection goes deeper than just horsepower numbers. Swimmers choose cars with specific aerodynamic properties that remain stable at extreme speeds, braking systems that can handle repeated high-speed stops without fade, and tires rated for sustained high-speed operation. These aren't modifications available at local auto parts stores, but components sourced from professional racing suppliers or custom fabricated. Electronics modifications include radar detectors, laser jammers, and communications equipment that lets swimmers coordinate with spotters positioned at strategic locations. Some use thermal imaging cameras to spot police helicopters at night, while others employ radio frequency analyzers to detect unmarked police vehicles by their electronic signatures. Squeeze Benz's videos showed him hitting speeds over 192 miles per hour while driving with no hands and giving middle fingers to other drivers, displaying both exceptional skill and complete disregard for safety. But the car is just metal. The real secret is a hidden database of police intelligence they've built that you won't believe. Reason number 6, local knowledge is everything. Swimmers don't just know roads, but understand the system. Traffic patterns during different shifts, construction schedules that block certain routes, which precincts have fewer patrol cars on specific nights. Experienced swimmers study police deployment patterns for years. They know Tuesday 3 a.m. has 40% fewer patrol units than Friday midnight. They know which highways have camera blind spots and which bridges interfere with helicopter tracking. Some swimmers pre-position getaway vehicles in strategic locations. Others maintain safe houses where they can lay low when the heat intensifies. It's tactical evasion planning that would impress military strategists. They'll drive into oncoming traffic, use bicycle lanes, duck under bridges, anything to break visual contact. Because once someone disappears for 30 seconds in a city this size, they're gone. The intelligence gathering operation rivals what you'd see in espionage thrillers. Swimmers track individual officers' schedules, noting which cops are more likely to initiate pursuits despite department policy. They monitor police radio frequencies to understand communication protocols and response times. Social engineering plays a crucial role. Swimmers cultivate relationships with people who have legitimate reasons to be in sensitive areas like security guards, maintenance workers, even individuals within the police department itself. These contacts provide intelligence about security vulnerabilities, schedule changes, and enforcement priorities that can't be obtained through public sources. Squeeze Benz operated across both New York City and New Jersey, demonstrating intimate knowledge of both jurisdictions' enforcement patterns, legal boundaries, and communication protocols between different agencies. With all these advantages, it seems like a perfect system. Yet one of the biggest legends of all time finally got caught. When luck runs out, even the best eventually make mistakes. Squeeze Benz, one of the most notorious swimmers who used to taunt police by doing donuts around their cruisers, was arrested in May 2024 during what appeared to be a coordinated multi-agency investigation. Antonio Ginestri now faces multiple charges, including reckless driving, eluding police, assault, theft, employing a juvenile in crimes, and conspiracy. But his arrest revealed an even more complex criminal operation because he was also charged with a string of burglaries across New Jersey, often using the same vehicles featured in his swimming videos. The psychological toll of constant vigilance eventually affects even the most careful swimmers. Sleep deprivation and the stress of maintaining multiple false identities create conditions where mistakes become inevitable. Signs of this pressure often manifest as delayed reaction times, less precise driving, and occasional lapses in operational security that experienced law enforcement investigators begin to notice. Legal consequences have intensified as district attorneys recognize swimming as organized criminal activity rather than simple traffic violations. RICO charges, conspiracy allegations, and federal involvement when swimmers cross state lines have raised potential prison sentences from months to decades. Most swimmers don't survive 50 runs before getting caught or crashing. The statistics are brutal, and every single run increases the probability that something goes wrong. The arms race continues. Law enforcement is adapting. New camera systems with better resolution and AI-powered license plate recognition that works at higher speeds. Improved coordination between agencies and helicopters with better tracking technology. But swimmers adapt faster. New countermeasures are already being tested. Infrared blocking materials on license plates, signal jammers for toll road transponders, more sophisticated fake identity networks. It's individual innovation versus institutional bureaucracy. And currently, the swimmers maintain advantages because they can adapt overnight, while police departments need months to implement new procedures. The technology arms race shows no signs of slowing down. Swimmers have access to military-grade countermeasures through dark web suppliers, while police departments struggle with budget constraints that limit their ability to purchase cutting-edge surveillance equipment. So what do you think? Is this a case of criminals being too smart, or is it a fatal flaw in the system that will eventually get fixed? Let us know your theory in the comments. And if you want to see how this arms race evolves, subscribe and hit the bell, because we'll be covering it when it does.